happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. So we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to want to see this one. It looks like we're seeing things continue to heat up, and that feud or beef, not sure what we're calling it, between Elon Musk, Tim Walz. We got Tim throwing another blow and Elon swiftly returning. Guys, I'm excited to get into this one, so we're not straight into it. All I ask that you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
And Walz was a huge jerk, running around on stage with a Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do. What a creep. What a jerk. Like, who derives joy from that?
I don't know. You almost have to be an amateur psychologist on this. It's like Trump is stuck in the 80s. His music, his clothing, his thinking. He has been on this tariff thing forever, and every economist, conservative or liberal, will tell you they just simply don't work. We use them strategically, but he doesn't fundamentally understand how trade works. It goes back to what I continue to say. I think the biggest myth perpetuated on this country is that Donald Trump understands anything about business. He's bankrupt every single one he's been into, and now he's bankrupting this country. So I appreciate you talking about this. This is a tax on working people that we've not seen in any of our lifetimes, and it is going to have dramatic effect.
You know, there are two follow-ups I want on that. One is, you're in a state, it elected you governor, but you represented a district that actually voted for President Trump in 2016 that had a lot of Republicans when you were in Congress. You've spent a lot of time talking to folks in Minnesota, and again, there's, it's not quite a swing state, but it's close enough. Have you ever encountered in the wild, I mean, really, just like out of the mouth of someone at a doorstep or a diner, like, I hate those Canadians who are ripping us off. We got to get back at them. Have you ever, I'm asking this. Have you ever, independent of President Trump, encountered that view in the wild?
Never. And I think, it could be a bit of a stereotype or whatever. I find that it is about as close to any stereotype of being true, the decency of Canadians and the neighborliness and the being there. And I think the thing that irritates me about our allies is, I mentioned this last summer, I was, on the anniversary of the D-Day invasion, and to see those graves while you go to the American cemetery, the French cemetery, Canadians, Australians, all of these people that he says are ripping us off, the Danes, it's an outrageous affront to folks who share our values on democracy, and for him to mock them and to say this about Canada, that they're nasty people. The thing I think that starts to have to set in, and I would argue that what happened in Wisconsin is that there's buyer's remorse on this, and nobody signed up for this. Nobody signed up to insult the Canadians and drive up potash prices. Nobody expected to see tariffs that were just randomly thrown on that are going to punish, especially middle-class Americans. So no, your question is right. But look, I don't think this guy listens to anyone other than himself, and he's convinced this is going to work. But my beef still comes to this. There are senators that need to stand up and say something on the Republican side. There are Senate leadership that needs to step up and put an end to this, because this is real pain. Look, we saw it. It's those miners today.
Step up and put an end to what? Men and women's sports, tampons and boys' bathrooms. I mean, come on, Tim Walz. We know what you stand for. He's saying that, no one's ever came out and said, oh, those Canadians are screwing us. Hey, no one said that about all these allies that have been screwing us over. But once it's brought to our attention, we're like, what? Oh, yeah, we definitely need some reciprocal freaking tariffs slapped on them as well. I mean, we can't just allow ourselves to be getting kicked around for how long? How long do we have to suffer? We already suffered 4 years with old Joe letting us get kicked around on the world stage. We're done with it.
Today, we laid off 170 infectious disease experts at the Minnesota Department of Health. We have warnings that our low-income heating program is going to be rescinded. The entire agency in the federal government that gets those checks out for low-income heating assistance are gone. We don't know who's going to send the checks. It snowed today in Minnesota, and those are the things that are gone. So we're making it very clear. This is not about government employees. It's not about some fake efficiencies. We're all for that, this is about real people and the impact. And this is going to do real damage.
you talked about that buyer's remorse. Let me ask you about Wisconsin last night. You know, you had this. You were in Wisconsin ahead of this race. Susan Crawford, who was sort of endorsed by progressives, center-left Democratic Party. It's a nonpartisan race, but she won by 10 points against the Trump-backed candidate. You said that to give you a little boost, you'd put the Apple ticker with the Tesla stock on your phone. And this really, Elon Musk got very upset about this. He genuinely seemed like emotional in an interview about this. I want to just play. He just really got in his feelings about this. I want to play this for you and get your response.
You had Tim Walz, who's a huge jerk, running around on stage with the Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do! What a creep! What a jerk! Like who derives joy from that?
Are you a creep and a jerk?
Well, that's a badge of honor if he thinks I am. Look, it's not personal with him. It's a little bit personal. I don't want to be disingenuous. The guy does bother me. It's a little bit personal.
I'm going to say, don't be, he gets up there and he lies. There you go. You see, this is a personal beef. This isn't about politics. This is about hitting back. They don't like Donald Trump first and foremost because they used to love Elon. This was not personal beforehand. Now it became personal because Elon said they pushed him away and forced him to be in support of Donald Trump. It's just that simple, guys. This is personal. It all is.
That's a badge of honor if he thinks I am. Look, it's not personal with him. It's a little bit personal. I don't want to be disingenuous. The guy does bother me. It's a little bit personal. But look, my beef on this is that this guy is out there crying about his portfolio and about stock while I'm making, a comment. And my mom's Social Security check this month is late. That he's attacking the portfolios of working Minnesotans and working Americans who've paid into these programs that he called.
Stop lying. Why is he lying? Guys, come on now. We know that's not what Elon is touching right now. Let's be honest. If there's freaking 300 and 400-year-olds still receiving Social Security, it needs to be audited. Let's make sure everyone's still here with us, okay? It's just that simple.
Of working Minnesotans and working Americans who've paid into these programs that he calls a Ponzi scheme. He's taking it and laughing with his chainsaw about destroying the lives and undermining things and institutions that make life better for Minnesotans. Of course, he doesn't care about these agencies because he has all this money. Can you imagine being the richest man in the world and taking offense that I said something about Tesla stock? Look, if I'm Donald Trump won Wisconsin. I'll give him that. But he's sharing his presidency and the White House and who knows what else with this guy who's a loser. He lost. This guy's really bad at this. He made the case.
What? Man, I can't go any further, guys. Yo, there we have it. Governor of Minnesota. I can't even believe it's hard to get through my thick skull that he's a governor somewhere of Minnesota. Wow. They picked this guy. Picked Tim Walz. He just called Elon Musk a loser. He said Donald Trump is in there sharing the White House and his presidency with a loser. Last time I checked, Elon's won at life. He's won every single turn, honestly. This guy's one of the richest. I think he is the richest man in the world. Quit playing with Elon. Like Tim Walz, that is not how you're feeling today. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. The only loser we see in this whole feud or battle between Elon and Tim Walz is the loser, the sore loser of that last presidential race. They lost in landslide fashion. This is one of the first times you could say that the VP on that slip attributed to that disastrous loss. Guys, hop in the comments. Say, I can't even believe he just said that. Comments are open. I want to hear what you guys think about that. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.